Hey everyone, welcome to our live chat. I'm Heather and we come to you live each and every day so you learn more and more about Luminous, what we have to offer, and all the goodness. And there's so much to learn because we do have, of course, we have our color cosmetics, and of course we have our airbrush, which we're known for. And so there's a lot to bring to you guys. So I am going to split this up real quick. Okay. So, we do like to cover the basics, and we like to cover what you get in your kit, how to use it. So those are all very super important to us. I'm going to put this up real quick because I'm liking that. All right. So we do go over the basics, and this is our starter kit. So this is, or one of the starter kits. We do have, this is the Icon. We do have the Icon Pro, and then we also have the Legend. They all operate the same. The Pro is going to have 2 speeds. So if you want to do any, if you want to airbrush your legs, any body work or tanning, then it helps with the tanning because it does give you a stronger air pressure, just a little bit stronger to get that accomplished. And then we do give you the 2 bottles of foundation. We give you Love and Blush. And you'll notice that you get the 2 bottles of foundation and the 2 big bottles because we want you to practice. Think of the starter kit as your practice kit. We want you to get in there and get going with it because you will love it. But there is a learning curve, and we're going to talk about that. But you will love it for sure. Now, the things that we want you to do when you're first starting out is this right here. We want you to get it out of the box. Now, it does come put together, so that's great. It does come put together, and so as soon as you get it out, you'll plug it in. That's all you have to do is plug in the power cord. But the hose is already attached to the airbrush, the compressor, the stylus, all of that. And so as soon as you turn it on, there is air that comes out. Now, what's great about that is the fact that wherever you feel this air is where the makeup's going. So think of the air as your bristles to a brush. So if you just closed your eyes and felt that air and really concentrated on that air, you would definitely know exactly where the product's going to be coming out. Nothing is being released until you pull back on this trigger. And so that's kind of the other great thing, is that you're in control over what is being let out. And when we're making these passes, you're getting coverage. So you don't want 100% coverage on that very first pass. Oh my goodness, we got everybody on here. Hello, Candy. Hello, Patty, Brenda, Tamberly, Jeannie. How are you? Jacqueline is here. Hello, hello. Yay, we have a lot of people on. We're so excited. All right. So my eyebrows are already done. I have prepped my skin as far as having a moisturizer on. And so I really want to go over, I talk about a natural look, and we talk also about contouring, but you can also get natural contouring. It doesn't have to be like a really strong contour. And so I'm going to go in, and with the matte bronzer, I'm actually going to do this first and shaking it up because I haven't used it in a while. And so I am going to go in and shake that bad boy up. Now, I do just like you hear me say all the time, how I apply my blush first to help with blending and to make it a little bit softer. Same goes with contouring. So if you're new to contouring and you want to do this with, hello, Amber, and you want to do this with the airbrush, you might want to do it first, and then it will soften. I'm gonna put my drops right in here. It will soften when applying your foundation. All right. All right. I put way too much. So we're going to have fun with this. All right. So now I'll go in and I'm going to start contouring. Now I'm still keeping these things in mind. I want to keep it about 4 finger widths away. Now, because I'm concentrating on this area here, on certain areas, I will come a little closer, but when we do get to the foundation, I'm definitely going to, move back a little bit and keep it 4 finger widths away. You're also always moving. You're always going to move the stylus. You're never going to stop in one spot. And then the barely pulling back is very important because you don't want a lot of makeup coming out. You want it very subtle. And you'll see how subtle it is because the bronzer, as you can tell, is super dark. And so you should, if I was pulling back too hard, you would see it immediately. So we'll look at that. Yes, Timberly, you can. If you were using a regular, like let's say you were using a cream base or something, I've seen that done where, like even in the powders, you can put your thumb and just go boop, 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 and then blend it. You'll definitely want to blend it. I still find that airbrushing it is a lot easier as long as you have that light hand. And so what Timberly is talking about is I've seen ladies talk about doing their contour where they take their thumb and put the makeup on there, and then from their ear they just do this, and that's the amount of contouring that they do, and they blend that out. I still find that it is easier, and you can do it with the cut one, yeah. But honestly, I still would get, if you're going to do it with the cut one, a brush like this, which is a little bit bigger than your thumb, brush that through, start at your ear and just do that. Don't go all the way down. I'm letting it kind of fluff out. So it's stopping boop, right there. That might be easier than the actual thumbs, but if you just do it like that. Does that make sense? All right, so now I'm taking my matte bronzer, and my screen keeps moving in and out. My foundation. Yes, it is an angled brush, and I'm telling you guys, it doesn't have to be a big old contour. It can be very, very subtle and make a huge difference. But yes, this is one of ours. This is what number is this? I think we're out of these right now, or maybe this was a 10. But yeah, this is an angled brush. You can see, and it probably started like that, and now it's like that. But you can find these. I mean, I'm probably sure Elf has them, and try it with that. I like the angled brush on the for contour because when you're doing it, it just makes it's not as fluffy as a blush brush or a powder brush. I like it where it's angled. All right, so now, and yes, you can mix in, thank you, Jeannie. You can mix in your foundation in with a couple of drops of the bronzer just to deepen it a little bit or lighten it a little bit as well. So now I can feel this right at my ear, making my movements, and I stop. I can see it, and it's almost to the point I want it. Now, some of you might look at that and say, oh yeah, I would be done. And that's fine. You can remember, that's the great thing about Luminous is you can stop at any point, right? I can stop right there because I am going to go back and forth, because remember, passes, that's what gets you your coverage. That's what gets the intensity of whatever color you're going for. Do a little on my forehead and definitely my chin. I think it's this side that's a little bit. And you can see that this is blended. I mean, it's a wider, it's not real like chiseled. It's wider. And then now the sheen. This makes a huge difference. All right. So there we go on that. And you can even, like, once you get going with it, you can even airbrush your nose a little bit if you needed to show a little more definition there. All right, so now that I have my contour on, I will go in and do my blush, and I'm going to do the blush right over that contour. I do the contour first because that might be something I want more blended, and then I can have my my color on my cheeks. This is it. I'll do the tulip. Shaking it up. Putting my drops, 1, 2, drop them there. And again, going with those steps, feeling the air on my cheek. Nothing is being released because I'm not pulling back lightly on the trigger. Making my movements. Now I can feel it coming out. And just getting a little bit right there on the apples of my cheeks. All right. And I'm going to blow the rest of that out. So just a little bit of pink right to the apples of my cheeks. Now I will tell you, if you're going to do it this way, the one thing you need to keep in mind, because like right now, it might, when you're looking in the mirror, it might look a little crazy. I have no foundation. I didn't use anything like my pre-coverage at all. And all I'm seeing is like these real stripes. Okay. So you have to envision, you have to know that it's going to end amazing. So, because right now this might throw you if you're looking at it and going, I don't know about this. But now I'm going to do the foundation. Oh, my screen keeps going away. I have what I call the oh, babe, I don't mean to laugh at you, babe, but I like that name. If you have, like you can see my kind of, I call them Mariette lines. So the Mariette lines here, think about our contouring and our highlight. Highlight is going to bring it out. Contouring is going to hide it, okay? Now, this is creating a shadow. And so if you do have the jowls, you actually can highlight in that shadow so it looks even. And it depends on, you know, how severe they are, how detailed they are. But try and just highlight right in there. And that can give the illusion that they're softer. You can use eraser, you can even use glow because there's no shimmer and glow, or a lighter foundation as well. Like down here, or right here, Tamberly. Yeah, I'm just showing you like my Mariette line, or here, here, and then they'll come down here too. So it's the same concept, just you try to highlight them out so they look fuller. Is that, or send me a picture, Timberly. Send me a picture so I can help you a little bit better, babe. All right, so now I have my foundation, and I'm actually using Mystic. And I'm making one pass, keeping it 4 finger widths away. I keep moving. I don't have to race because I'm barely pulling back on that trigger. Do my lids. Now I'll go back and go underneath my eyes because I know I want more coverage there. And then I'll concentrate on my cheeks and where I need it blended. Now you can already tell how much better it looks, how it's starting to blend. On my nose. You know, this space right here is one I sometimes forget. I feel like I get it when I cross over, but sometimes I have to look in the mirror to make sure that I did get that space evenly. And then I'll blend down my neck as well. All right. And I put too much foundation in there because I forget that with Mystic, because it is a higher pigmented foundation, that it's for those who want that full coverage, but you might not have to use as much because it's higher pigmented. So that's a big factor right there. All right, so now let's go in and let's see what I want to, optics, or maybe do I have the nude and naughty, or the nude? Yeah, let's do the nude. This is the nude. And it has some amazing, can you see it? Matte nude colors. Let me get some brushes. Did everyone have a good weekend? Hello, Teresa. Good to see you. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I'm using Desert, which is a kind of a flat, neutral, almost a skin color for me. Maybe a little bit lighter. And I'm going just to put that everywhere, from brow bone to lash line. And you can see how it just kind of smooths out the look. And actually, I shouldn't have put that on. I don't know if you could go back, because it kind of lightens that crease, and that shows you how contour and highlighting makes such a difference. Because now my eyes look forward. You don't see the crease as much. All right. So now with the blending brush, and I'm going to go in and use sand, which is kind of a terracotta color. And I'm going to use that in my crease. And I'm going to start with kind of a V-shaped. And also remember, the very first spot that you hit with the brush is where most of the makeup's going to go. And I want that on the outside. So I can go here, and then I start blending from there. See how difference that makes? Bam, and blend. And I never really pick up my brush. I'm just blending it through. Blend, blend, blend. And then I can blend this up. If you have hooded eyes, remember to blend it up to the part where you can see. Don't just stay underneath the hooded part, but blend it up towards the eyebrow so it lifts the eye. And you can see that color. Now I'm going to go in with probably charcoal. I'm mixing what's called terracotta and charcoal together, and I'm going to line. And I'm just using, again, an angled brush with eyeshadow, and I'm just placing it. Bam, 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 bam. Okay? And I'm going to do the top as well. right at the lash line. What Renee says, tickle the lashes. Okay. I'm gonna go, I wasn't gonna go all the way in, but I think I am. Because I'm just gonna soften it up just a little. Now lining, you know, you see me use the Persuasion eyeliners all the time, but using an eyeshadow for the liner on the top just gives you a softer look. So if you don't want as harsh of a line, but still defined, you can do it this way. And then throw the mascara on and you're good to go. But yeah, having that softer line on top, and you can make it more intense than this. I just did it really soft. You can also, hold on, let me do this. Go and make it darker on the outside or stronger to give the illusion that kind of, and when you put the mascara on, that the you have a thicker lash line like that as well. All right, makes sense? Yes, yes. Thank you, Teresa. And then we can finish it off with Ballet. Oh, I always use Ballet Pink. I want to use something else. Like I always use it. It's my go-to. What can I say? That's Enchanted for. Oh, you know what would be pretty is this, the coral. And then if you wanted to, it's not something I do all the time. I used to do it all the time, but I don't as much anymore. You can finish off with a little bit of powder if you feel you need to, or if you like do it in certain areas, like where I know I get hot, I can powder that off as well if you need to. You don't always need to with Luminous. When you're airbrushing, you don't need to do that at all. So it's just whatever you feel like you need it. You might want to try it one day with, one day without, to see if that does help you. This compact is something I carry with me because I really like it. And our powder is so fine that that it does really, I mean, it'll help keep you matte, but not settle into wrinkles and crinkles. So oh, Louise, all right. Said, hi, got our kit already. I didn't have to do a test run with the water. I used it straight out of the box and it worked beautifully. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing. I love hearing that. That is, you're one of the rare few. I think people get intimidated sometimes because they're nervous. It's a different way of doing it or whatever. But I love the brave people out there that are just getting right into it and airbrushing. I love it. Love it. But hopefully you'll come back and work and watch and tell us more about your experience. I love hearing that. Love it. All right, guys, that is it for the noon. But we'll be back, of course. We'll be back at 2 and at 4 Central Time. We'll be back. Yeah, we'll be here. Hope to see you guys. All right. So good to see you on this Monday. Bye for now.